I think the most impactful and crucial points at this time in my life are to maintain a drive to do what I envisioned in myself, because the problematic about having big visions when not being yet free of the dependencies you're currently in and being in a phase where you're feeling quite down is that whenever I'm feeling down or not coming up with enough energies or motivation to go after my pursuit and all the things I got in mind, what happens then is that I'm all of the sudden in such a, it's almost feeling like I'm numb. I'm numbed by my surroundings and just living through them as if none of the factors I'm wishing for or I'm working for are even existent. It's like I haven't ever seen what the feeling of having so much energy to go after it actually is. And to remind yourself to come up with these sorts of drives to get back on track is like a very big thing I'm trying to solve for quite some time, as there are days coming I cannot pre-calculate or I cannot look into before, as defining a good routine or a balanced life isn't always enough. These frames are also being blown up, and yourself is spreading into areas you're not yet able to see when you haven't been at that point yet. But you can always take things from the states you are currently in, which you aren't that happy, and you're actively recognizing that something's not at its spot, to prevent something that might be coming in the future, once you understood that why it's concluding itself and how you're able to counteract it. And myself being in a position where I haven't wrapped my head around that thing always yet is like a thing that I want to remind myself even more then, because I've certainly been in the position once before. I've had these days where my energies are feeling suppressed, and it's taking more and more energy from myself to actually set myself up for specific things I want to go after, but trying to not adapt to these feelings, or just accepting them is the worst thing I could have thought of. Because what is happening then is, when I am exposed to a feeling in which I know that at this exact moment I'm not able to come up with enough drive to get this rolling, I am in that kind of floating state where nothing's a pain no more, where everything just is as it is, and it's no problem as well. And that is the thing I see as a very big danger for a solution to that specific problem, because when I don't see something as something painful, just as the overall example, you're hurting yourself or you're having an accident, no matter how big, you feel pain, even if you just tweak on your skin, you feel something. And in that regard, in this specific occasion, when I'm not feeling that this is painful at the moment because I'm living in this certain state I want to get out of, I entered some sort of accepting state. Even though I'm not accepting it, but some feelings are suppressing it as parts of myself are out of balance. So what am I doing about this then? What I'm actively trying to do when not feeling how, or that I have to come up with my engagement to get things rolling, is to just zoom out and see what I'm actually like seeing in front of. What is the current situation telling me, and how am I getting through it? And what is the thing that I'm even doing at this exact moment? Because when I see hours passing by, not being able to get something great done or to move ahead from certain tasks I am giving myself, or when I'm not even able to set up these tasks because I'm like floating around and doing this or that, but always feeling like, not getting to the heights you know that you can get to, I just try to structurize what is the priority now, what is the main thing, because when I don't feel what the need in that moment is, because I'm not feeling the pain to get out of the situation now, because I'm in this sudden unfortunate state where I'm accepting the situation as it is, even though I know I have to move on to get ahead and to finally break free, then I can remember myself that what the actual importance is. What is one main thing I can do now? What is one thing I was having a vision about already? Or what is an importance in that certain field I'm in, and what am I building with it? And that is a thing that I can remind myself all the time, because I know I'm building the app. I know what I want. I know that I want to make it easier for people to connect with each other based on their interests. I know that I want to pursue doing these kind of videos, that I want to give my word out into the world and just expose in the most raw way how I'm feeling in that specific moment. And this is getting me back to life. This is bringing me down on earth again. And just about in this moment where I'm telling you this, I feel so much lighter. I feel so much more energetically. It's almost feeling like I'm getting goosebumps throughout my whole head, because I'm entering a state. Am I recording? Oh, this is also like a thing when it's getting too good, and you somehow start to worry if everything's going fine. But that's also like a good thing to have. Not always, but better be safe than sorry, But when I'm getting myself down again, to see where I am, to feel who I am, to understand what my purpose now is, I can connect back to what the priority now is and what I want to distance myself from, because it's not doing great for myself, because it's a certain dependency I want to get rid of, because I just want to sustain myself. I want to live from my own things. And there is also a danger of being in a system that is where someone else is deciding, where someone else is defining for you, where someone else is telling you when to come, how to do, and how long to do to get this. Because when you're not working your ass off, getting into the state where you're feeling the pain of doing that work, of pursuing that kind of thing, and you're coming up with a solution where you're able to manage your life, your dreams, or to some extent, and can lean back sometime as well as you might be working part-time, the chance of having a certain moment where you're accepting the whole situation is way higher than when you have to work your ass off, When I would need to work 40 hours a week to sustain my life because I maybe needed a bigger flat or am living at some other place that's even more expensive than here, and I would need to work more, I would feel the pain more because I wouldn't be able to pursue my dreams. I wouldn't be able to develop my app. I wouldn't be able to make so many videos. Or would I? Maybe I would. Surely I would, if it's important enough for myself. But I would have to make priorities again. And I would have to choose what's important for me now. What is really important for me now. And I would certainly have some things in life I couldn't go after. And once you are seeing what you are not able to get into your day no more, because you gotta follow along to maintain what you're trying to live, you're starting to feel that pain again. You're starting to see how hard and miserably this makes you feel, because why can't I go work out every day, pursue my vision, do something for others, have a good time, and enjoy the sun? Why can't I get all these things under the hood? Only because I gotta maintain that life? Where someone's telling me, you gotta come up with such an amount of money every month to maintain a maximum of like 2 or 3 of these things? Is this life? No. But this is a feeling. This is pain. And these sort of pains can get killed in harming ways or in good ways. And the harming way is the numbing way, where you just like pass off and try to distract yourself so hard from all these feelings you're having, where you just try to numb them off and like keep them away from you, because you don't feel like facing all these struggles, because it's certainly such a load of anxiety, and you're not positioned clear and confident yet in a regard where you're able to get a solution, seemingly. But this is not true. You don't have to go through this. You can also like really engage in this sort of pain you're feeling, because you won't die of this. You'll only get harder, and with getting harder you'll find these solutions, or you're getting creative of finding ways to maintain what you try to do, what you're trying to pursue. Or you come up with these like energies to see beyond that thing that's holding you back, that's telling you no, do this, do that, work your ass off, or whatever. So that's basically a thing I always needed to preserve, to feel that pain. Because when the pain is not there no more, because either I'm numbing it myself, or a certain external factor is numbing it for me, or an internal factor is numbing it for me, as life did with me, for example, I haven't done anything harming to myself. I think so, at least. But still, I felt like I couldn't come up with the drive and am suddenly stuck in this acceptance. It's not like that I'm then sitting there and doing nothing. No, because I developed myself to a point where I can recognize what I'm doing. It's not like this unconscious state of just, okay, I sit down now and I'm immersing myself in some sort of distraction and I don't even recognize it until someone takes me out of that no more. That's not happening. The alarm bells are fine-tuned for myself to just get off when I'm doing something that's not good for me, as sitting at the phone, looking at an Insta feed or whatever it is on the phone. That's not like going after something that has its reason now to go after. Because I'm not saying, okay, no, don't use your phone at all. I'm using it surely as well, but yeah, it's about what you're doing. And if you're feeling that you don't need to do this now, and that it's only a thing that's being on the side of the numbing and distracting states that you don't want to feel what the actual pain is. And yeah, we see that these factors or these impacts from out there can certainly like change how we act, change how far we can see or how far we can think for ourselves in a specific situation. But we also see, like with myself, that it doesn't always need to be something that you already know about yourself, about a certain distraction, which might get you down. It can also be just the day. It can also be like how you wake up, how you've woken up, how you've slept, how you started your day, how yesterday ended. There are many factors you're not able to see in full transparency all the time. It is just not in your hands. You can think of them, but to say what it actually was has to be looked at with a keener eye sometimes. Because yeah, I could say, okay, I didn't sleep that good, or this is the reason, or that is the reason, but why do I don't always need a reason, and I don't always need an insight. I need a solution. I need a way and a new kind of approach to get out of this situation. And sure, to understand from where on the actual thing was built up, that negative force came from, to understand what the core of all this is a big point. And the reason is like closely combined with this sort of thing. So keeping an eye on a reason might be a good thing to like analyze what the reasons for or the background of this whole thing might be. But it's not all. And it's not always the biggest or the best kind of way I could go. Because yeah, sometimes everything that's being concluded in yourself is determined on how that state of mind is setting you up at the moment. And I can certainly, unfortunately, manipulate myself unconsciously in these certain state of minds in which I'm not feeling too good, just because, and find reasons or backgrounds that might not be correct, or come up with something different just because I'm feeling like this at the moment. And that shouldn't be the way to go. That shouldn't be how we should approach this. Because once we know that we might be like faded off a clear vision, or a clear thought that's being rationalized from within ourselves, and is following a certain emotional logic as well, then yeah, sure, we can think about reasons. But coming up with a reason behind something in a state of mind in which you aren't feeling too good isn't always the best thing to do. So I'm seeing myself getting out of these things in a better way when I'm just trying to act, when I'm just trying to move, to just do, to come up with something that's going in the complete different direction of finding an actual background of this whole thing that's being impacting me, a reason and the core of this whole thing. When I'm trying to think deeply down into all this, when not being able to feel that, yeah, that sort of positive that positive exchange from yourself, because you've seen that you've done something, you get this gratification, you see that you have moved on. When all this is not yet too clear and you're feeling like I did just mention, I felt like I felt today, for example, then yeah, there's not too much coming out of delving too deep down onto this, I think. So yeah, I see a big importance in just using the action of the next moment as an opportunity, as something that gives yourself room again for new kind of energies, for new kind of thoughts and feelings. But it's coming from the action, not from the thought of why it is like it is at the moment. Because you want to turn something on, you want to get something flowing by making by pushing on it, when in the end it's only like pushing this whole flow of what you got in yourself onto a wall, and it's just like getting to a point where it's overflowing. This is no natural flow. There's a certain blockade you gotta remove first to let this flow go again. But this comes with an action. You can't just try to push these waters forward and think that you might break through this blockade, because that's not how it works in most cases. Sometimes you cannot come up with the action or the strength to actually remove a blockade in your way. So you gotta push all you have in to get these waters flowing, and to a point where they might just break the blockade. But I think the action of removing it, of just getting away from these kind of blurred visions you're having within this cycling water that is not flowing off that river you're living in, needs an counteract in a way where you're giving yourself the contrast to feel life again, and to where you get out of these waters and just be something else again. Because you gotta stay versatile when having so many like emotional states you're going through. So yeah, I think it's quite tough getting into these states when you're not there yet, when you're certainly not feeling like doing an action. And I can totally relate to that, and it sometimes takes way too long to actually do that move out of this state towards the direction of doing action, because it's not an easy thing to break out of this numbness that is impacting on you. But as mentioned, it doesn't need much. Mostly we think we can solve things by just thinking and like evaluating on it and over rationalizing on things, but it's not always like that. Sometimes you just do. Okay, I'm not feeling good now. I see no purpose in doing this. I have lost my vision for today. I don't know what I'm even doing, why I'm doing this. Yeah, what am I doing then? Okay, I get out. I look at life, how it's flourishing all over the place, and don't look at these things that might hurt me even more. And just get off that thought, laying it behind where it came from. You can stay at home. I'm leaving now. So that's a thing that helped me a lot and still helps me very many times. As you can see, it helped me so much. I'm feeling so relieved right now because I just got out, being able to catch some sun. What could be better? There are many clouds up there, but the sun still hits me. Yeah, maybe not so many, but it's all right. It's good, and I can enjoy it. So try to get off when you're not feeling like you can move, but you need to do it. And it's not complex, it's not complicated. Just get off it. Just feel it. And when you get out and still feel the same, as I mostly do as well, then you gotta go harder sometimes. Sometimes life needs more action from you to get out of a certain negative mind state. So maybe exhaust yourself or just immerse yourself. If it would rain, get out. Just get into the rain. Feel its cold blush on you. It's great. You're feeling energized, or get a cold shower. But I like to get out of house when I'm feeling like that for hours. But the shower is always good and can certainly help, as well as the sun. Or just simple things that make life tangible, that show you what you really want. Because when I'm out here, when I'm seeing life, I can come back to what I want from it as well. I can see what I am dreaming of so desperately in the future, what I want to live as well, what I want to see at my own house, a great space, or just some sort of things you see out there, inspiration, people enjoying themselves or just resting. When you're also only seeing other people living life, it can be so, it can take you back, because you see others just being able to enjoy, and you don't know anything about their lives, but only seeing them being able to enjoy life can also help you calm more. Don't think no more. just seeing it as it is. And it's a power. The power of action is very, very, a very big one. So yeah, I think I got out what I was feeling like having in myself. Feels great. And what I almost forgot the last two videos, I think yesterday was raining so hard. I didn't want to show you around no more, but today I'll do it again, because that is like a small gift for those who sticked to the end or just skipped forward because I can like show you around now, get you a glimpse of life in a closer way. I'm not too sure if I'm sharp, but yeah, it's been raining the last few hours. It's also a thing that you can enjoy, just seeing how the world is playing its act. Yeah, maybe no, I won't tell you that by now. No, I will. I can't do this. I maybe start even walk around more, even though I don't think I'll get to the point so easy. I'll just let things come how they want and how they feel best. Yeah, let's see how I'll go with this. But yeah, for now, that's it. Wish you a good rest of your day. Start in your day, get the best out of it, and get after this action. You can do it, okay? Never forget it.